This is Father Dominic Holtz coming to you from Rome, Italy, with a word of hope for Friday of the second week in Ordinary Time, the memorial of St. Francis de Sales. St. Francis de Sales was known as the Gentleman Saint. He's known as the Gentleman Saint because he was so kind, so patient, so gentle. What makes that surprising is he was living in a tumultuous period. He was Bishop of Geneva at a time in the very heart and heat of the Reformation. So much of Switzerland, including his own Geneva, had gone to the Protestant Reformed faith. It was a time of great struggle, with a great deal of acrimony between Catholics and Protestants. One might easily imagine that St. Francis would have been more aggressive. Actually, what was at stake were the very souls of his flock. Could he bring them back to the faith, the Catholic faith? But Francis chose another path. He chose a path of patience, a path of kindness, a path of meekness. But why? Why would he choose that path when so much was at stake? We might see an answer here in the Gospel today. In today's Gospel, Jesus calls the 12 apostles, and at least in Mark's version, he gives us a very clear, simple, and three-point purpose for the apostles. He calls the apostles first and foremost that they might be with him. Second, that he might send them out to preach. And third, that they might cast out demons. Notice what's missing here. Not fierce argument with your human opponents, not great works of powerful wonders and miracles, just three tasks: preaching, casting out demons, and above all, being with Jesus. This was something that Francis de Sales understood. While we may have people who oppose our preaching, there may be people who see themselves as opposed to the gospel. They are not our enemies. In this life, we only have one set of enemies, and those are the demons, those who are irrevocably moved by malice to oppose God and all the good that he does in the world. Those are our only true enemies. This Jesus, of course, knew, and this is what he wanted his apostles to know. Yes, there would be people who would oppose our preaching. Yes, there would be people who try to draw us away from the Catholic faith. But they're not our real enemy. Our task, first and foremost, is to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ risen from the dead and the joy that we have because of that good news. We want them to see that we are with Jesus, and that by following that good news, they too may share in the joy that we have, a joy we share with Christ the Lord. And that, my brothers and sisters, is a word of hope.